while you're here, supposing the Nigerian government invites you to a meeting to say, hey, let's talk about why you're here, would you be willing to meet with them?
Of course, I'd meet with anybody interested in the rule of law. This is not about vengeance. No, justice really is international, and everybody recognizes the right to self-determination, to due process. It's universally condemned. Torture is extrajudicial killings, and sit down and say, listen, I have an expertise in constitutional law. And it seems very odd to me, from the United States, that Nigeria lives under a constitution ordained by a military dictator in 1999 with no input from the public. No referendum, nothing. And you're still living under this, 22 years later? To me, it seems utterly absurd. How does that document have legitimacy? How do you give legitimacy to a legal instrument so that it'll be complied with, rather than just manipulated, to benefit those who have the power? But I'm always someone who believes in Winston Churchill, better to jaw than war. Sit down. We have a very professional conversation. What are the issues? How are we going to address them? They have ideas. I'm not claiming I'm omniscient. People can learn from one another, but that's the way. That really is the heart and soul of civilized governance. It's communicate, discourse, listen. Nobody should believe that they might not be wrong. I could be wrong. They could be wrong. That's why we need to talk it out and see whether we can come to some consensus as to at least the optimal way to deal with inevitable differences between people.
So, apart from Nnamdi Kanu, there are a lot of Biafran activists or militants, as the Nigerian government wants them referred to, who are detained all over. Are you doing anything to help with this situation as well in an international